Good afternoon, everyone. This is Pradeep Mal, Ambassador of Change from GETI, the Global Education and Training Institute of Lucknow. We are the premier training institute for teachers and principals in India. And we have many in-service and pre-service programs for which you can contact getilearn.org, GETILEARN.org, or contact us on 7408401000. Right now, you are on our disruptive education platform provided to us by our mentor, Dr. Sunita Gandhi. And on this platform, we have interacted with more than 1,000 educators in India and all over the world. And today, we have for you Mrs. Divya, MS, Assistant Professor, SCMS, School of Engineering and Technology, Karukutty, Kochi, Kerala. In addition to teaching, she enjoys writing poetry and short stories and is a literature enthusiast. She has an MA in English Literature and Language and an MBA in HRM. She currently pursues a PhD in English Literature. She has done several courses from California, Minnesota, Princeton, Colorado, and Hong Kong universities. She has attended 40 conferences, seminars, and webinars, and has conducted international training sessions for several reputed universities, including Cambridge University. She has published articles in international and national journals and is a language trainer by passion. She has been training students in communicative English, soft skills, personality development for the last decade. She will be speaking to us today on Learn with Fun, interactive games to make online class effective. Thank you, Divya ma'am, for being with us so much. And over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for that great and wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, Before beginning, I would like to thank Sir Pradeep, sir, for giving a beautiful introduction and welcoming me to this disruptive platform which Global Education and Training Institute Lucknow is providing. I was indeed very happy when I heard about this platform because giving a disruptive education to all the teachers, and also it is very much useful during this pandemic seasons. And I'm much very thankful for GETI for making such an online education provided to all. Thank you for that, and I'm very happy for doing a session today. It's basically about learn with fun. That's about interactive games to make online class effective. As teachers, we do know how difficult it is. How difficult it is for us to take online class very much interactive nowadays. Because usually in our traditional way in classrooms, it is very easy to become a class interactive. It is very easy for us because we are experts in that to make a class interactive during offline hours, offline classes. But in online class, it's hard that a student to speak up. We don't find that. We should ask students. We should keep them repeating and say, please do respond. So apart from teaching, an important fact is like the classes should be interactive so that naturally students will feel like yes they are listening to a very informative class and they're not feeling boring actually when they're sitting at home, and of course they have this gadgets with them. It's handy, so students won't tend to listen to the class always. It's a small bit of games which I personally experienced in my class, so I would like to share it to others. If it is useful, it is a blessing for me. Okay, first I would like to start with a blended learning and flipped classroom. In flipped classroom, it is actually a different way from normal traditional way. As in traditional classrooms, we do find that teachers directly come and start with the subject. They'll give an introduction about each modules and they'll just start with the classes with this with the subject that they have to teach. After each lessons or each modules, they would give the assignments or projects or the concerned works. But flipped classroom will teach us something different. What my subject, what I'm taking is about life skills, and in life skills I can't teach the students what sympathy is, what empathy is, what creative thinking, critical thinking. I can only say these are the definitions or these are the terms, but I cannot implant these emotions in students. So what we teachers, we life skill teachers, what we do is like we'll split the class into groups and we'll give small activities to them. Maybe a role play, a case study. Will give a situation where you are working in an office, or maybe you're a student and you have come across a situation, how you would behave, and all the humanly emotions will come there, how you would behave, how you would help a person in such a situation. So they would bring out, they would discuss, maybe 10 or 8 in a group, and they would discuss themselves, yes, what they will do in such a situation, how can we help each other. And then I'll ask the students to come and present their opinion. So in a way, actually, they are getting away from the stage fear, and they can improve their communicative skills, and then they're speaking out what's in their mind. Okay. And then when they are speaking out, then I'll identify, yes, this is what you're doing, this is empathy, this is empathy, or you've done something called problem solving, decision making, or this is interpersonal skills. That comes in flipped classroom, which is very much helpful. As life skill teachers, we do find it very much helpful. And in blended learning, both this comes there, the traditional way of teaching the lesson and then giving the works, and then giving online work, online games, and all that. So what we usually do is, when we start a class, let that be for higher secondary, for colleges, for teenagers, and then for school children, we always do with energizer games for them. So that they become active. Maybe it's not like always the first hour that we're getting, maybe it's the last hour, or maybe it's the hour afternoon, just after the lunch. So it is not always, we can't expect students to be always energetically sitting and listening to our class. So we want to make them something, running, taking something, and active. It's a small energized games, all these games also. I've actually divided the games into two sessions. First is like an energizing game sessions, then into a different level sessions, like providing online quizzes and all that. So in this energizing game, first is like a scavenger hunt. In it, we can say that for school children, this is very much effective. So I can say that especially the language teachers can do it very much. I can say that, yeah, before starting the class, get me something, I'll just give 1 second, get me something which is blue in color, with anything. So the, or else black in color, so the students can always take something and show, yeah ma'am, this is, and whoever comes first is appreciated, can give a virtual appreciation, or whoever doesn't come with a solution, we can give a small activity for them. Yeah, you couldn't make up, so you just speak about your favorite food, or what you had for breakfast, or what is your favorite food, or what is your favorite game. You can ask that student to speak. It just takes only 10 minutes, or just up to 10 minutes, 8 or 10 minutes. Okay, that won't hamper our subject actually, because this type of energizing game is really important in order to make like the students very much interactive in a class. Take something, maybe it's their pouch, it's their pencil or something, whatever it's around. And below has four sides, is round, so it will also provoke students to think actually. They'll think and then immediately they'll react. So this game actually found to be very effective, not in the first hours, especially during afternoon hours, especially after lunch hours or last hours. This game is very essential, where the students are not very much active, as we see in the first or the second hour. Like energizing games, and the next is a virtual scavenger hunt. This we can say it like one by one. Maybe the first is thing I'm asking them, find something that makes you happy. So you're not giving any clue or anything. Find something that makes you happy. Maybe it's an maybe might be your mom. When you're seeing your mom, yes, you're so much happy. You can bring your mom and say, ma'am, yeah, my mom, she'll make me happy always. When I see her, I'm so happy. Maybe it is your personal diary, your toy, maybe your toy card, maybe your pen favorite, when your favorite novel that you're reading, whatever it is. Bring something that makes you happy. Give this all one by one. So, the students will actually start to think. Creative thinking and critical thinking both happens here actually. So, in a way, when we are introducing this energizing game, we are actually invoking the life skills in them. All such things. Find something that you made. It's a craft that you made, maybe a bottle art, or maybe a pottery that you've done, whatever it is. Or you have drawn, you sketched out something, maybe that. Find something with a face on it, that ball, whatever it is. These keep students running up. Then the other is like this is I've just taken the slide for small children actually, which this can be gone to the teenagers also. Children's books, Emoji Dictionary. We can split this as games. Maybe during the wind up hours. I mean, it's only 10 hours to wind up the class. During that time, if you're finished with your portions and you feel that the students are not responding to the questions that you're answering, then these 10 minutes games can be given. Okay, you've already, you can make the students into different groups. You can split them into different groups and each day ask them to name their group, any beautiful name. So the first group is presenting today with these emojis, with these icons, and it's like a quiz, a gaming quiz, and then they have to draw it in the screen, start screen sharing, and then they can open the Jamboard, whiteboard, and they can draw it, and ask the other groups to guess which book they are intending. They can draw out, they can sketch out, and then the first team that will answer which novel it is or which book it is, they'll get the prize. Some samples are here actually, or else this can be taken for your subjects also. Maybe for your EVS, for your science, for your social studies, for your English, all that subjects also. Subject names can also be highlighted with these emojis, with these pictures, so that they can select how they can guess the names. So these activities are all related to very much interpersonal skills, creative and critical thinking, and decision making. All that comes here actually. This is the most often game that I'm using in the class, word game. Whenever I do enter a class, I just want students to like, I always speak loud, so I want my students to do so. So this is the game I often use. All my students know that word game. Like simply a word game is like you can tell any word like maybe pen and then start another word with N. Okay, nap, pee, pot. You can go on like this. But another way is like give a circle for them. It's like here it is food. Food chain is there actually. Okay, you're circling it. Maybe I'll say that yeah, this the first row and the second, the first yeah first row and second. So they are actually participating. A and B team. So share the words. Bring out the words that's related to space. So they need to play a word game related to the space. So when you say about yeah space, then satellites, astronomers come, matter, whatever. Okay, whatever in stars, moons, everything. Okay, the air there. So always ends. You can tell a word, and the ending word will be the next thing. Okay, the word game related to a particular topic, a space, vehicles, transportation, food, the dress, climate, countries, people, whatever. Name, circle a particular area and then ask them to pick out the words. This actually help them to act quick, think and act quick. It's not a gaming spirit actually. A gaming spirit, of course, comes here, but that is not the higher thing which we are focusing on. We want them to get energized in the class. They were very much active. Their brains are very much aware of things. Yeah, that's happening, and they'll think immediately. This gaming spirit will actually invokes them to think. Yes, teacher asked something about food. Yes, then sandwich, food, omelette, whatever. All with the letters here. It is tomato, then O with orange, egg, spinach, ham, muffin. And it will go on. It will go on. And then if they didn't say, then you can count. Like TikTok. I mean, with TikTok, we can count it. Yeah, one, two, three, and up to 10. It's up to the teacher. So this is a very good game, which I find it very much good because they can develop their vocabulary. And here, children books, emoji pictures, same thing. Again, we just provide emojis, pictures. You can draw pictures and then ask them what it is, which subject it is, which lesson it is, or which character it is. Maybe you're taking a particular lesson that have been taught for the previous day, and the teacher can introduce a game in order to make that subject or that lesson familiar with the students. teacher can say that, yeah, we have finished the first lesson. Maybe it is about a journey in a train. Maybe that's the first lesson. So you can teacher can ask the students, the first group or the last second, accordingly which group comes, that group can demonstrate and draw some emojis telling about identifying the characters or the situations or the places that's been mentioned, the author, the novel, all that. Okay, title, the novelist, all that. These games are very much effective, and it keeps the students will memorize everything, because once they visualize they'll memorize everything, so students will never forget. We do that with the name of the poem, and then poets, novelist, dramatist. We do that because students have a tendency to forget the name of the lesson and the author. So this is very I find it very much effective in the class when I teach all this, because associating this visualization with the name of the lesson and then the author, so they'll always remember this. So this also found to be very effective for me. Then this is actually a skill task. When I say this is something related to psychology also, students can draw in their book and then they can show us, as I said before, they can take the jamboard or the whiteboard and they can sketch there also. This game is very much effective in offline and online classes, both. It is effective. This actually says, write your name next to a star. You're drawing something, okay, and then you're trying to drawing something, and then you want the others to respond. When if I'm say that draw two clouds in the sky, so it is the student's creative skill that they're drawing, their imaginative skill that they're drawing. If that student draw well, yeah, he or she, they sketch two clouds in that whiteboard, and then you can ask again, yes, only two clouds, can you just make it something more active, so the student can develop their creativity and think, yes, it's two clouds, so what else can come in that picture. It's up to the students. So we can identify, actually this is actually a psychological game. We can identify the mindset of the student. If the student is disturbed or sensitive and all, we'll find that is the showing the dark clouds or a sad face or a happy face. Okay, happy or sad face of the nature which he is projecting. Is it a rainy or a darky clouds or a very summer season? What it is showing, what the student is picturizing, we'll able to know what kind of a mindset the student is having. Anything like write a sentence about the picture description. Picture description is a very good communicator, a communicative developing game actually, picture description. I do always give that. After when it is just 5 minutes to wind up the class, I do show some pictures. Maybe it is the background of the Zoom or the Google meeting. You can change the background. Maybe that. Okay. When we don't have time to prepare and all that, we'll do such things. The background, we have the option to change our background in Zoom and Google Meet and all that, all such online platforms. So we can change the background and ask one by one students. Or we have the register, right? We can call names of students and say just 5 sentences about the pictures. Just say 5 sentences about the pictures that you are seeing now. So they can, they have the creative skills, and then the sentence making comes there. Okay, this is all small tips for communicating, enhancing their communicative skills. So in a way, this is an energizing game, and it's also helping them to improve their communicative skills. Anything you can say to students and ask them to speak also. Then we have this game is about like stand up, sit down. It's not like usually we say stand up, sit down. They have to do just the opposite. Not this. We can say we can give a topic like you have never been to a zoo, or you can say that you have been to a zoo or you have never been to a zoo. If a student say that, yeah, I have never been to zoo, then can you tell me what all can be there in a zoo? You've seen that in television, you see that in films, cartoons, etc. Can you visualize a zoo? Or else if a student had gone to the zoo, then tell that student to describe about what you have seen there. Or maybe the student have recently seen a cartoon on television, and can say, which character do you find so appealing? Can you say about that character? Maybe about Mr. Bean. You can say about all that. Or else you've seen the Chota Beam and all that. Yeah, can you visualize that? Can you say, can you make a story for the Chota Beam and all that? Students have done beautiful. beautiful creativity sessions on that. And then you can also say that, can you tell me something about describing? It is again an energizing and communicator. Okay, day by day, when a student is getting a chance to speak, he's also improving his communicative skills. Then you can say you have an adventure. Have you been to rock climbing or have you been to trekking? Anything, mountaineer. It's like for teenagers and all for mountaineering or for trekking. So have you just tell me a day out for you, or else one day in nature. How do you find the nature to you? Small, small things, ask them to explain. If they can picturize, right, good. Ask them to explain, give them small small things. So you can tell, you can give many topics like, can you speak about which is who is your role model, the most happiest moment in your life, or the moment which you feel, you don't want to think again, or the that moment which made you so proud, whatever. Give them small small topics that they can speak on. This is always good, especially to school students. Give such topics for them. It is very easy. Tell about your favorite toy, favorite food, anything. These games are very much effective. It's not just games actually. These are all tips to improve their skills actually, developing their communicator skills. When we ask them to speak something, they won't. But in a way, with games, they'll speak. Then again, same thing with horror emojis and all that. Draw emojis and say about film names. Can you guess? We do always that in class. In colleges, we do that. Just drawing some emojis. Online classes also we can do that. You're drawing something in a notebook, can show it, or just in the whiteboard or Jamboard, you can do it. You're drawing something, or else again share screen using screen share. You can do a PPT or that. Students can do it. 1 week assigned for one class. Some games, and then the students can identify, they'll try to bring about, students do play that with film names, they do that. They'll bring such certain emojis and ask us to guess. Yeah, we'll also be in one part, teachers also will be in one group, and we'll ask, yes, which song this is. They'll bring all such emojis and say which song it is, or which film name, or maybe which book's name it is, which character it is. Especially for literature students, we'll give an novel and say which character, which Shakespearean character it is. For all such things, this is very much very good, because again, it is visualization that keeps registered in their mind. Then again, till now, what I have shown before is all games which we can bring in PowerPoint. But this is an online stopwatch.com, where we can give a topic, jam, just a minute speech, all that. This is also an energizing game. Just a minute speech, you can, trigger on that start button and ask, yes, you're going to speak now. It's at least 5 sentences or 10 sentences on a particular topic. Like it's just a minute speech. You're giving the topic on the spot. They don't get any chance to prepare. But it's all simple topics that you're giving. It's very good. For just a minute, this online stopwatch is good. For online classes, this game is very essential, because maybe you can ask to summarize the previous day's chapter, previous day's lesson also, session also. Okay, so you will also have like a track on, yeah, the student is learning, he's memorizing everything. This game is very much, very, and I found to be very effective. www.onlinestopwatch.com. Using this, they'll get just 5 seconds of time, you can decide, student can speak on. Till now what I've shown is like games for small children. It's good for school children, school going children and all that. This Kahoot.com, what I'm saying is now is for teenagers. Kahoot.com, which I have found it very much effective. Kahoot.com, you can search in Google search engine. Just Google it out, Kahoot, Kahoot.com, and you can find online games, tests, and online quiz where you can actually assign the quizzes. In Kahoot, just sign up, register yourself with your name, your mail ID, a password. Next time you're logging in, then you can create a quiz actually. What do you want? You want a poll, true or false, or you're giving 4 options. You want to click the right option, or then you're giving a question, and that student who's participating need to give a descriptive answer. Yes, you can. Okay, everything objective, descriptive, pool, you're giving pool or true or false, whatever, everything is available in that platform. Kahoot I always recommend, because I found it very much effective for all stream students. whatever branch they've taken, I have found this Kahoot.com very much effective because the students are playing with us. It's just like simultaneously we playing with them. We are entering the Kahoot and we'll give a plain a pin code is coming up. A plain pin is coming, like 6 or 7 digit number is coming. So we'll say that to the students. Students can simultaneously Google for Kahoot.com and then they can enter the game wheel. That pin is there, they can enter and do participate in that. And it is like online, everything is happening online and simultaneously with that we can declare the game, we can declare the winners by the end of that game itself. It is always accused maybe after you've finished a lesson, a chapter. It's I found this very much essential for teachers, engineering college teachers doing it. After they have finished a lesson, they'll immediately post a quiz on Kahoot.com. Okay, they're actually testing the students whether they have learned. This is a very good thing, Kahoot.com. And then again, see, so it is same as Google Classroom. We know that Google Classroom GCR is very much common now. What not can we give in GCR actually? We can assign them works. Actually, when they are submitting the marks, we can we can comment on the right hand side. We can comment on the improvements that they need to make and the corrections. Which part they had made wrong. Actually, I found this very much effective online class rather than offline class because in offline when there are 60 to 68 students in one class, it is actually very much difficult for especially for language teachers for us to call each and one student and say yes, this is very this sentence you made something, or here there is a spelling error, here there is a grammatical error, so you should not, like, then there is no full stop, there is no capitalization of words, the sentence you need to restructure it again. So it becomes very difficult for us within that 1 hour to call each and every student and say, yeah, this is good, this is, to say the merits and demerits of them. So when it is online platform, it is very easy for us actually. Just circle out. Using that reading, we're circling what is wrong and then commenting on it. The students will give immediate response. And also on the left hand side, you can finally give the marks. It is all shown there. As Google Classroom, Seesaw is something different from Google Classroom. In Seesaw, it's like online tutorials, then exam, then already set PowerPoint presentations. We can do it along with children. Children can also present it. A good platform I have seen, a different platform from Google Classroom. Many options are there. In that whiteboard also we can invent many things. The teachers who like innovations can actually explore these platforms easily. CISO is not just assigning the rules, but again exploring more on that. The students can actually much when we are giving a presentation for them, the students can do it in CISO actually because they have many areas to be explored there. CISO also, it's also very good platform. Then we have Quizlet again as Kahoot. Okay, Kahoot. After some sessions, it's like free sessions at the beginning, and then you need to enter as a paid member. And same thing as Quizlet also. Quizlet also, we have many options to test their knowledge, the subject knowledge, the general knowledge, aptitude. Maybe where we are preparing them for entrance or for the future test, we can give this. Or Quizlet. This is our online platforms we can where we can test their knowledge. Then we have same thing, explain everything. This is not just a normal whiteboard. As we see the Jamboard or whiteboard, it's not a normal whiteboard. Explain everything. That term itself says that. It explains everything in a different way of texting it out. And in that whiteboard itself, we can bring out the pictures, we can animate, we can do animation on that. It's a clearly registering, this actually helps students to register everything that's being taught because they can also simultaneously respond their answers. It's not way, it is an interactive class actually. Okay, in online platforms, many such interactive sessions can take place when we're using these platforms. Explain everything, just log in to explain everything, then we'll see that whiteboard is not a normal whiteboard that we are seeing. Many options are coming in. Oh, we can play something. We can play sometimes simultaneously teach, and then we can bring in something, bring images and explain them. Yeah, this is happening. Or as when we want to for English, when we want to take a lesson, a pictorial description of one picture, and then you're explaining these are the important characters. important dates happened here, and then a pictorial description, and then a detailed description for it. Explain everything is actually multitasking comes here, whereas students can also contribute. This is our we haven't actually explored much areas in online platforms. There are many such things. I've just listed out the names here. Called everywhere, CISO book widgets. This are all photomax is especially for that algorithm calculations and all that. We have many such platforms in online. You said Canvas, Class Dojo. Class Dojo is again same as Google Classroom, but different options. Blackboard, Learn, Extra Mark, Little Words, Quiz, Top Hat. And Top Hat students love that platform actually. Top Hat, Quizworld. It is actually all this online platform is like we are making them very much effective in order to make them interactive in the class because when we do speak to the teachers, the problem with online classes that no student is responding. It is just a one-man show. What are the teachers? Only the teachers are voicing out. The students and we are not sure what the students are there on the other end. Okay, when we are especially screen sharing, when we are showing the PPT and when we are teaching, we don't know what's happening at the other end. Whether the students are there, literally there in front of the system, or they're listening to what we are teaching. But on a small breaks, maybe 15 minutes or after half an hour, such small energizing games, if we put that in between as a filler, I know the students will be very much active because they think that yes, every day the teacher is giving some interactive games. It is not like the normal class hours. We don't feel sleepy, or when it is too much, it is difficult for us to grasp, right? So this filler games, I do use this word filler games, is actually very much energizing for them, and students are responding to games. So I do please recommend that to every teachers because this is being as it's my personal opinion because students as life skill teachers, for us we are communicative English teachers, we do find such games very effective. We do mingle interactive games with communicative English. So I do find such games very much, we do find actually such games very much effective. And that's my humble presentation today. Thank you, sir. That's my humble session on online classes, how to make the online classes interactive through fun.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that talk on Learn with Fun,
Thank you, sir.
interactions, games to make online class effective. And we have a question from Juler Shira. He asks, how do you understand slow learners and how do you help them?
How do you understand slowness? It's like to all in online class platforms. We know that if there are 30 students in a class, those who are active will know. Okay, will active, they can grasp anything and they just want to immediately they'll respond. They're very sensitive, they'll respond. But slow learners, we need to identify the students who are not responding in the class, and we should call out their names. That is why I said that before we can divide the classes into groups, and then we can identify in the first group maybe it is 4 students who's responding always. When that slow learners is not responding, we can make that student as the prefect or the class leader and ask the students to take initiative, because when they're not actually putting effort. Okay, when we are helping them to learn or taking initiative, they'll also come up with the pace of the others. Students are of different categories. Some students may learn fast, some will surely take time. So if you are just lending a hand to them, they'll also come up. Give responsibility to them. Identify such students when they are not responding or when they are late in responding. We know that when we read their answers, when they are interacting as teachers, we do identify them. When they're slow in responding or they're not responding or they're not interested in responding, talk to them. We know that. We know them. We can identify them psychologically and then give them responsibilities. Make them the leader of that group. Surely they'll come out. Because I have personally experienced that. Thank you, sir, for
Thank you,
that
ma'am.
question.
Thank you so much for that. And I request you all to watch our Detox Disruptive Literacy Movement by Global Dream. which is an initiative by Dr. Sunita Gandhi since 2014. The whole idea is to make all of India literate with people's participation. And on this, we have regular talks for which you can contact 7408401000 and get on the talks which you are interested in. And the whole idea is each one teach one to ensure foundational literacy and numeracy. So good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Divya ma'am, very much.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you, sir.
goodbye. See you in the evening.
Thank you, sir.